within this single year. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to assure you and all the honorable members that my ministry is committed to developing and maintaining the road network, but we need to be assisted, of course, be getting the right resources, and we shall frugally utilize the allocated resources in the most effective manner possible for a reliable and safe works, and also to ensure that our transportation infrastructure and services remain available to the public. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I beg to submit.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, on the document are annexes, which shows, one, the allocation versus the requirement of the key projects under government of Uganda. Projects initially meant to be completed in the financial 24-25, which are not yet completed because again of funding. We have a breakdown of roads in need of urgent intervention. That's roads which require periodic maintenance. They're lined out there in Annex 3. And that ends my report and submission. Thank you.
Okay. We've had a report from the minister, and I sent the government chief whip to call one of the ministers of finance. Let him first give us a report on the ministers of finance.
Right Honorable Speaker, as I did notify you, I called the Senior Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. He is traveling to Kigali to represent government. The Honorable Musasizi is believed to be in the constituency. The Honorable Anite is representing the ministry at State Lodge, Nakasero, for a meeting that Honorable Peter Ogwang has just moved for. Honorable Lugolobi, the phone is on, but not picking. So in the circumstances, that is the report I can give.
Thank you. There is a procedural matter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Originally, I wanted to ask the same, but now that the Honorable Government Chief Whip has told us the status of the ministers, is it procedurally right to put this report on hold until the ministers are here and even the Prime Minister? Honestly, the issue is about money, because this is a very beautiful report, well thought out, but the moment we discuss it or debate it without these ministers and the Prime Minister, we will not get an answer. Thank you. Right Honorable.
Honorable members, all that we are going to talk about is on lamentations.
Yes, lamentation. In fact, me, I have
without the people who provide the money.
I have.
But Honorable Minister, I also want you to address the issue on the money for maintenance of the rural roads, the village roads, the 1 billion shillings. Yes. We have that money.
Yes, that one went.
That money. In the same districts, we also have UNRA roads, formerly UNRA roads. What is the way forward? Can you guide these people that they must also maintain these roads where possible? Because you cannot just abandon a road and say this is UNRA road, and yet you're able to maintain. If it requires us to add money to the district for them to maintain the roads, let them maintain the roads. You will not wait for Minister of Works to go and maintain these roads. There was an issue, the issue of PAPs, the project affected persons. You find most of these figures are inflated. Is it possible for us to standardize the valuations so that we have, and I think there is the valuation bill in the committee. When that valuation bill in the committee comes, we should be able to do something to avoid having figures that, inflated figures for pubs. Yes?
Honourable Speaker, I do acknowledge the fact that our finance ministers are not present. In fact, on the front bench, we have just 2 ministers, and then maybe one person who is interested in becoming a minister sometime. Right, Honourable Speaker, there's a generic issue which for me is beyond finance. It's good the government chief whip is here. Government has been propagating the boo-boo policy. Buy Uganda, build Uganda. Some of the contractors that the minister is talking about are local contractors. These people's companies are closing down. They go to banks after you have given them a contract. So they go and secure a loan, a credit facility, on account of that. But because they are not getting payment from government, their businesses are closing down, the young people they are employing, joblessness and so on. Government, you can't say one thing and then do another. I get perplexed whenever these so-called foreign investors, they come here, we give them free land. We give them tax waivers. Of late, we are guaranteeing them money. I don't know what kind of investors those are that will give you land, tax waivers, and then we guarantee you money and you call yourself an investor. But we have our local investors who are going to make sure this money here gets recycled within our economic platform, if you like. Why? Maybe government needs to help us. That this boo-boo thing was only for we, the citizens, that when you go to the market, buy Ugandan products. But you, government, you do not want, you want to preach water and then drink wine. You cannot tell us to buy Ugandan products, and yet you are stifling Ugandan businesses. You should be prioritizing that. For me, right, Robo, that's not a question for Minister of Finance. It's a question for government generally.
It is actually connected to finance because the areas to be paid is supposed to come from finance. So we need the areas paid to the people who have worked. Honourable Minister, when you talk about the roads that you really need to, that were suspended, I want you to include Busunju Kiboga Hoima Road, because this is a road that is going to be checked by CAF for us to be able to host the AFCON. So you need to prioritize on that road. If you're talking about 30 billion, that is little money. You should be able to get that money, and that's a local contractor where we even gave him money. That was Abubakar. We gave that local contractor our own money as government. Then you also look at the issue of, did we budget for the equipments for districts that don't have equipments, cities? Did we budget for it?
Right, Honourable Speaker. There are districts which were identified as excessively big, and so one unit was not enough for them. And then also, you remember when we bought the equipment, we did not address the cities and municipalities and town councils. We have already provided the requirement to the Minister of Finance, and they told, the last I heard is that it has been put in the system, possibly to use the same arrangement we used in buying the 1,151 which we distributed, so that they can get those equipment. That's about the equipment. About Busunju Kiboga Road and the contractor, right, Honourable Speaker, even when you look in some of the documents which I've given, where we spent the 420 billion, priority was given to local contractors. We gave them priority in paying for their IPCs. So we recognize their challenges, because these are people whom we interface with nearly every day through their body, UNABSEC, and we did give them some sizable amount. According to what we call the certificates which they are presented, we don't pay up front, we pay when the certificates are there.
Honorable Minister, yesterday I talked about a road from Mbarara to Bushenyi. It is basically potholes. As we wait for money to work on the whole road, why don't you just work on those smaller potholes so that the road is usable? Just like the way you're working on Kampala Ginger.
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker, we are now in that process. We started with the Gaza Karaji Road, which had also gone deteriorated. Now we are doing Ginger. We are left only with, I think, 1 or 2 sections at Uriantete and somewhere near Chigombia. When we finished, Mavira was done. I think there's a section in Mavira which we need, where the Kenyans got an accident when they were doing the pilgrimage. So we are in that process, Right Honorable Speaker. We want to reduce on contracting for every simple work. I remember we had potholes between Mijera and Kafu, and those were done by ourselves. The unit went and treated those potholes. When we move from Ginger Road, we intend to move to Chegegwa, between Chegegwa and Chenjojo, because that section has also greatly deteriorated. No, the Kabali-Mbarara Road has a contractor. The Kabali-Mbarara Road has a contractor who's working on it.
Honourable members, we had agreed we discuss this report when the finance people are there. Let's.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, yesterday when we halted the minister from reading the statement, Madam Speaker, first of all, I want to thank the minister for being honest and for the report. But yesterday when we halted the minister from presenting the report, you did ask members to give additional information for them to clarify. I found that missing from the minister's presentation. Maybe his colleague did not give him those issues. So now that we are going to have a discussion.
Can you, all of you, write those additional issues? We capture them, we give it to the minister.
Yeah, sure, but even your colleague, we gave him information, but we shall write.
Government Chief Whip, capture, get all the concerns of the members, let them write to you, and you forward all the issues to the minister. Yes. No,
Madam Speaker,
these people, by the way, they should not lie you, they are together. They talk.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to raise this point of procedure. I believe this is a house of record. If issues were raised on the floor of the house, they are captured by the Hansard. And therefore, members who did their part yesterday, the minister should be...
We are going to extract them from the Hansard,
yes,
and give to the minister.
Most obliged.
And even the ones who still have other issues.
Most obliged.
Like you who was not in the house.
Most obliged.
You was not in the house yesterday.
Right, Honourable Speaker.
You will give your issues, we capture it, so that we now give the minister, when we are going for a debate, we have an exhaustive debate and we get a way forward as an institution.
Yes, Right Honourable Speaker, as I exhaust my point of procedure, there are issues which the minister may not need to wait on. For instance, you raised the issue of UNRA roads, the roads which UNRA was working on. Like trunk roads. I have 2 roads in my constituency. One is from Mabale, Burora, Rugashali to Chenzige. Another one from Mohoro, Cheterekera, and Daiga. UNRWA has been maintaining it before they abolished UNRWA. And recently, we gave the entire budget of UNRWA to Ministry of Works. Ministry of Works have escaped, and they are saying, we have no money. Where is the money that we gave you under when you were taking over UNRWA?
Honorable member, I have the accountability of the monies that were
He's talking about these suspended tarmac roads, not these trunk roads which our people are using.
Honorable members, I believe all of you are chairpersons of the road committees in your villages. Do the monitoring and guide the... Can you people do the monitoring? You're all chairpersons of road committees. If you're not a chairperson of a road committee, then you're a weak member. How can you allow? Yes, Cow.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, I've already shared with you the serious concern of my sub-region of Bududa Sachua Road, 28 kilometers, and the minister is aware.
Yes, I forwarded it to the minister.
But there is a clarification I want to seek from the minister, because it could be the reason that could have imposed the added financial burden on the budget. The ongoing progressive construction of roads in DRC Congo, courtesy of the budget here. Is it with your superintendents? And could it be the major reason that is causing the area? Because this works and the transport sector was one of the 4 lion shares over the budget. What could have happened?
Right, Honorable Speaker. If I may answer the Honorable directly. One, Bududa Sachura Road, the 28 kilometers. That road is under even NDP for now, for tarmacking. However, Mbale Station has now put a contractor to maintain the road before we go into the tarmacking. So it will be maintained. On the issue of the money, if I may, we had a discussion with Minister of Finance. Actually, we had yesterday but one under the chairmanship of the president. And they said, yes, we understand, and this is what they said, but they'll be here to defend, that we understand your challenges, but as of now, because of elections, most of the money is in elections. So bear, and you are the people who are in elections. I'm not.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, of course, one thing is you need the people who are going to elect you alive. Those roads that we are talking about are causing a lot of accidents. Maybe next time when you have a meeting with them, you should involve some of us. Let's have a meeting with them and we see how best we can handle that. We are going to discuss this report when we have finance in the House. Can we have this on Tuesday, Honorable Government Chief Whip? Go to the microphone. Go to the microphone. Give all the issues to the minister, the issues that were raised, so that they are all catered for. Then we have a discussion on Tuesday.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I can guarantee to notify the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, but I may not guarantee the attendance.
Honorable Government Chief Whip, Honorable Government Chief Whip, can we have the Minister of Finance in the House? And with the Senior Minister himself. Senior Minister yourself, we want you, since you've started this process and you should be able to finish it.
Right Honorable Speaker, in informing the Minister, I will formally write before the close of business today and also call. But to say I undertake to drag him here, honorable members, even you and me, you know you can't do that. So kindly allow me do my part.
Honorable Minister, I have not said you drag him, but it is your responsibility under Rules 16 of the Rules of Procedure. Honorable members, in the public gallery, we have pupils and teachers from New Hope Junior School, Makindye Sebagabo Municipality, Sabagabo. They are represented by Honorable Naluima and Honorable Serukenya David. Where are you? Where are they? You're welcome. Please stand up and we see you. Welcome, welcome. Join me in welcoming them. Still in the public gallery this afternoon, we have students from Islamic University in Uganda, Kampala campus, and Makindye Division, represented by Honorable Nyeko Derek and Honorable Shamim Malende. Where are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. We also have in the public gallery, we have pupils and teachers from Goshen Nursery and Primary School from Soroti West. Soroti West Division, they are represented by Honorable Ebwalu and Honorable Adeke Ebaju. Where are you? Soroti West. You're welcome. Thank you for coming all the way. They are here to observe the proceedings. Thank you so much. Honor, yes, what is burning?
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have an emergency in my district. One of my main roads is completely cut off. Yes, I cannot access the district headquarters because at actually 2 points. And there's a lot of pressure on the district road, and yet the district roads are not built to handle heavy trucks. This particular road I'm talking about is even not in your report. It is Awe Rhino Camp Road, which has completely been neglected for a very long time. It ferries very heavy agricultural products from Lakang, bringing it to serve the whole of Uganda. Right now, as we speak, people cannot use that road. I'm telling you the truth. People are not using that road. They are using the district road, which has now completely even broken because of heavy trucks using district roads. This is the emergency I have. If I don't say it, I will not be voted, so I have to say it. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, you've heard, and then the issue of the road safety. I don't know if it is activated from the time it came to the ministry. Remember, we had a complaint here when the works are on the way. No, you can't know whether there are works. When there's a truck which is pulled, there are no signs to show there's a truck here which is pulled. All these kind of things. Honorable Minister, you may need to give us a response to that effect. Can we go to the next item?
Item 4 on the order paper.
Presentation of petition of the Nubian community.
We will have this debate on Tuesday on the issue of the roads. And Honourable Minister, you're only biased on road transport. For us people who stay in the island, the island people like Honourable Moses, you should, exactly. So you also give us a response to that.
Item 4 on the order paper.
Honourable, yes, Honourable Naomi.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I've been in Parliament for some time. Parliament is supposed to legislate, but also appropriate. I find it somehow awkward for us to say that the Minister for Finance, whom we give money, should come and be in Parliament. And Chief Whip did not even fear or to say that I'm not able.
Where is the Chief Whip?
To pull him.
You first
I find it awkward for Parliament to call a minister and the minister says he cannot come.
You first call. You first call Chief Whip.
Honorable Speaker, it should be, we should take it on a serious note that Cabinet should take Parliament as a serious body. And when we say that we want him to come for a purpose which is needed by the whole country, he should be able to appear. Not to say that someone is in this country, another one is where. They are taking us, to me, from the history, they are taking us for granted, and which should not be the case.
Chief Whip, you had the...
Therefore, is it procedurally right for the Chief Whip to tell us that he will not be able to drag the minister to come to Parliament? It's really very unfortunate that the minister cannot take you serious because you represent both Parliament and government. There is no way Parliament can say that the minister comes to tell us what we want, and after all, we give him the money just to tell us what has happened. And then he says he cannot come, you call him, they are not taking Parliament serious. And I'm saying that from what I have known since I came to Parliament, there is no Parliament which can call a minister at any given time and he fails to come. So I'm wondering what has happened. I need to be educated.
Honorable Member, Rule 16.2a, the role of and functions of a whip to ensure that members attend, participate in the proceedings, and vote in Parliament. That is 16.2. And then when you look at 52, ministers to attend the House to answer questions. So the rules are very, very clear. Honorable Obua, one of your roles to ensure that people are in the House. Two, there is also a rule that mandates the ministers to ensure that they're in the House. So, as the government chief whip, your work, you should be able to whip the members to be in the House, much as the rules also mandate them to be in the House. But it is a simple thing, simple.
Right, Honorable Speaker.
Wait.
In principle, every member of Parliament elected to represent a constituency is expected to be in Parliament when Parliament is sitting. In principle, every minister appointed by the president, approved by parliament through the committee, is expected to be in parliament. What I have stated is the real thing. I have undertaken to write to the minister, communicating the decision of parliament, and that letter is being worked on. I have stated that I do not have that powers to drag that minister literally on the floor, but I will do my responsibility of whipping how I whip them through those formal ways. I think I am right. Unless you are telling me one day a government chief whip who served before dragged the minister here literally.
The process of writing, Honorable Minister, is more of dragging them. I mean, that's your role as a government chief whip. You are the one who's supposed to ensure members are in their house. This is not anything for debate.
Madam Speaker, I have made my commitment. Because I do not want to come here on Tuesday, then the question is posed to me. That question now must be posed to the minister, because the letter I'm going to write is copied to the speaker. I would have done my part of whipping. So the minister should now be here to answer. If he doesn't come, you don't pose the question back to the whip. I would have done my part as a whip.
We shall do it. Rose.
Yeah, thank you so much, Right
Whip, we shall hold you accountable.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I join the rest in asking our Chief Whip to get more serious on this. Right Honorable Speaker, yesterday we lost the former ambassador to Egypt, His Excellency Angwalia Laus Richard. He perished with another one in a road accident, because I did mention here yesterday that our roads have gone from bad to worse. His head burst in the middle of the road. We are pleaded here about our roads in West Nile. We do not even have culverts when we want to do it ourselves. This is more than the word serious. Just imagine how within seconds we lost 3 people in West Nile yesterday at 4 p.m. as we were here in the house. So we're asking you, our Chief Whip, it's not a bed of roses. From the frying pan into fire. Can we get these people to do their work? If they are not capable, any member here can be a minister. This information should go to the president, other than letting people occupy spaces that they cannot even work in. Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Rose. Honorable members, I have my visitors here who want to go. Can we look at the petition? Honorable members, petitions are avenues through which the public may seek parliamentary intervention on matters that are relating to the public. The Nubian community in Uganda petitioned my office. And when they petitioned my office, they were brought by Honorable Kirumira Hassan, the Member of Parliament of Katukamu, where the Nubian community live or stay or come from. And pursuant to Rule 31(3) of the Rules of Procedure, will now request Honorable Kirumira Hassan to present the petition.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to move and present a petition under Rule 31 of our Rules of Procedure regarding the Uganda Nubian community, and this petition was presented to your office, and the members or the delegation from the Nubian community are here to witness the presentation of this petition. Right Honorable Speaker, despite being bona fide citizens of Uganda, the Nubian community has continuously faced discrimination and marginalization. The Nubi feature in the 1995 Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as one of the indigenous tribes of Uganda. The Nubi became an indigenous tribe in Uganda as far as 1844, following their migration to Uganda through the northern route from the Republic of Sudan and their subsequent settlement in urban areas, including Bombo. Right, Honorable Speaker, the Nubians were integrated fully in the Ugandan communities through business transactions, intermarriages, their military activities, and have greatly participated in the nation building and national development. The Nubian community are marginalized and are facing several challenges which greatly impact their overall well-being and advancement. The Nubian community has been marginalized by government in respect of appointment to public offices, including ministries, boards, and foreign services, and barely has representation in local government structures, which has excluded them from political participation. The decision by the President of the Republic of Uganda to grant Bombo municipality has not been implemented, yet Bombo town, commonly known as the Crowd of the Nubian community, originally enjoyed municipality status 1970s to 1996. However, it was consequently relegated to a town council, thus negatively affecting their political and economic privileges associated with the municipality. Honorable Speaker, with the fall of President Idi Amin regime in 1979, and later the 5-year NRA rebellion in Luero Triangle, in which Bombo is threatened, many Nubians were killed, their homes were destroyed, and property looted, yet since then, there has never been any recognizable government intervention aimed at assisting the community recover their land, property, and losses that were incurred. Right, Honorable Speaker, the Nubian community, as mentioned above, were business people. Their bank accounts belonging to some of the members of the Nubian community were frozen by government after the overthrow of Idi Amin Dada, and efforts to get them reinstated have remained unsuccessful. Consequently, most of them have remained in dire poverty. Right, Honorable Speaker, the existing health facilities assessed by the Nubian community in Bombo lacks the essential medical equipment for carrying out diagnostic tests and treatment, and they do not have an ambulance. And that has definitely affected the health standards of the people in Bombo. Right, Honorable Speaker, the Nubian community suffered great unemployment, which has left many young graduates idle, with many abandoning their studies. The rate of young Nubians that drop out of schools is so high due to inability of parents to afford school fees and teenage pregnancies, among other issues that are affecting the Bombo, or the Nubian community. Right, Honorable Speaker, we therefore, by the petition, your petitioners pray that Parliament urges government, 1A, implement the presidential directive to reinstate the municipality status of Bombo due to various benefits that will realize that will be realized from such reinstatement. 2, adequately equip the health facility at Bombo with necessary medical supplies and equipment. C, undertake measures to improve the economic status of the Nubian community through strengthening existing savings and credit cooperatives organizations within the Nubian communities and providing relevant training. Honorable Speaker, they also pray for the implementation of a presidential directive to refurbish schools in Bombo, particularly Bombo SS. Many months ago, the president gave a directive for Bombo SS to be refurbished, but even up to now, nothing has materialized. Right Honorable Speaker, they also pray or appeal to government to provide support and resources to strengthen existing savings and credit cooperatives. We are aware of PDM money that was disbursed, but again, most of the Nubian communities are Muslims. And because this PDM money attracts interests, most of them have decided to stay away from PDM money because of the interests as it is regarded as haram. And consequently, we call upon government to come and provide products to the Nubian community that are interest-free so that they are included in the economics and the economy of this country. Dear Right Honourable Speaker, establishing vocational training that will help to upskill the youth of Bombo. Many of them, as we speak, they are on the streets. They are in the position of getting trained, getting some skills, and being positioned to do something. But right now, as we speak, most of the youth within Bombo are jobless, they have no future, and therefore we call upon government to provide vocational training for them to be upskilled. Right Honourable Speaker, we also pray that government consider appointing duly qualified Nubians in public offices, in public office positions, and enhancing their participation in politics. Right Honourable Speaker, finally, with all those grievances and the need for affirmative action, we pray that the relevant committee of parliament investigate the issues of the Bombo community and report to this parliament. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, and the humble petitioners, as duly bound, will forever pray. And here too, your humble petitioners have appended their signatures. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you so much for presenting the report on behalf of the Nubian community. And you want?
Kijijanji, in Fort Portal, in a place called Kitumba, in Arua. I think this petition should cover all where the Nubian community are based. But I support the petition. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable members will amen and say all the Nubian communities in Uganda. All the Nubian communities in Uganda. Yes, Enos?
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
But you see, once you are aggrieved, you come and seek redress. These ones are aggrieved. They've come. The Sorot ones have not come. Maybe they're okay. Maybe they have no problem. But let's first look at what petition came to the house. Ones who came here and bring evidence aggrieved. Yes, Enos?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I appreciate the fact that our brother brought the petition on the floor of Parliament. But then some of the issues, I think they cut across. When you talk about government facilities, health facilities, they are for everyone in the community. I don't think we're going to have a health facilities for every community or every tribe or every cultural
So
institution.
what do you want?
My argument is this, Madam Speaker. We should...
Honorable Enos, why are you acting mean? You're being
I'm not
mean.
being mean, Madam Speaker.
And remember, these people are watching at you.
Yes, exactly.
No.
I was coming to the amendment I wanted, Madam Speaker.
Excuse me. It is their right. It is their right to be looked after by the government. It is the government role to ensure that the health of these people is well catered for. And anybody else, even your community can come and complain and say we do not have health facilities. If your community is not doing that, it's not our business. Honorable members, let's be fair to some people. Honorable members, considering that some of the prayers of the petitioners require interministerial action. I want to invoke Rule 31(7) of the Rules of Procedure and refer the petition to the Prime Minister and Leader of Government Business for expeditious action. And I remember when we had a report on Banyarwanda something. It was, I don't know the name. I am happy the President of the Republic of Uganda resolved that issue. And I am sure once this goes to the Prime Minister, this issue is going to be resolved, and we will expect this response within 45 days as stipulated in Rule 31(11) of the Rules of Procedure. Honorable Hassan and Brenda, I want to thank you for bringing the petition. And we also want to thank the Nubian community for raising their concerns. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Hassan?
Madam Speaker, I want to categorically thank you for allowing this petition, first and foremost. But the clarification I want to make was that our petition was very inclusive. It is regarding the Nubian community. And right now, Speaker, the Nubian community is also very thankful to your office, because last year during Ramadan, when a donation was done by Parliament for a cemetery in Kachiri, they also benefited in terms of expanding a cemetery in Bombo with a donation of money that was used to buy acres of land, and forever that community will be indebted to the Parliament of Uganda. Thank you.
At least you're one person I hear appreciating our contribution as Parliament. Next. Enos.
You didn't allow me to finish, but honestly, I was not against the petition. I just wanted to clarify on one issue. Yes. They mentioned the issue of bank accounts that have been frozen. I was trying to be very specific. If you can tell the banks and all those things, I think it would be very good.
Were you born at that time? Let the Prime Minister handle.
Item 5 on the order paper, laying of papers. 5.1, report of the Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation on the oversight field visits in regard to research and development in zonal agricultural stations, ZADIs, under the stewardship of NARO.
Honorable members, pursuant to Rule 35(1) of the Rules of Procedure, I will invite the chairperson of Committee of Science and Technology to table the report.
Right Honorable Speaker and the honorable colleagues, I beg to report of the report of the Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation on the oversight field visits in regard to research and development in zonal agricultural stations, called ZADIs in short, under the stewardship of NARO. I beg to lay.
Please lay. Honorable members, the report will be deposited in the parliamentary library for ease of reference. You want it, please get it from there for you to be able to look at it. Yes.
Item 5.2, laying of papers, report of the Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation on field visits to selected industrial value chains in the central, western and eastern regions.
Pursuant to Rule 35, one of the rules of procedure, the chairperson of Science and Technology will still lay the report.
Right, Honorable Speaker and the honorable colleagues, I beg to lay the report of the Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation and on field visits to selected industrial value chains in central, western and eastern regions of Uganda. I beg to lay.
Thank you. Please lay, and the report will be deposited in the parliamentary library for ease of reference. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Item 6 on the order paper, Bill second reading, the Engineering Professionals Bill 2024.
Honorable Minister. Government.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I beg to pray that this matter be deferred. Both the Minister of Works is not here. The chair of the committee, the phone is off. The deputy chair of the committee, I called, the phone is on and told me is attending to a patient at Chirudu Hospital. And I did indicate that to you. I can give you his number and you call him.
Honorable members, how's Adijan Tutu tomorrow?
That's it.
And we are going home, Chair. No, even tomorrow.